Yeah. Hey everybody, I'm Chanel and this is my reality. Welcome to Chanel's reality. I wanted to come in here and talk a little bit about Jay-Z. He has this famous line in one of his songs that he says, um, I'm a businessman, I'm a businessman. And so basically the pause is he's saying are inferring that he himself is like an incorporated business, right? So I thought that was interesting. He said that years ago on some song that I can't even remember. But I wanted you guys to take a look at this other video that I saw. It was so funny. It was hilarious. But before we get into that video, I wanted to talk a little bit about the different businesses that Jay-Z uh, has or as is the lead of or something like that. So give me 1 second. Let me pull that up. Okay. So hold on 1 second. Let me go back. Let me stop sharing that because I got to make sure you guys can hear whenever. Okay. Okay. So, and let me make sure I add this. Okay, yeah, so you can see it. So Jay-Z has Tidal. Well, he had Tidal. He sold it to that one guy. He started, or he was one of the founders of Twitter. He he sold it to him for like hundreds of millions of dollars. He also has this Armand de Brignac. I guess this is like a cognac brand. I know Beyonce says it in that song "Drunken Love." She says, Amberon something, yeah, against the wife. She brings up his alcohol in her song. Um, Roc Nation art collection. I don't know what that is. It says their collection consists of. Also, I guess this is him and Beyonce's art collection. They paid $20,000 for a painting. Oh, excuse me, guys. Called "Everybody Scared" by the street artist Hebrew Brantley. All right, so he has art collection. He has Rockaware, but I don't know if he still owns Rockaware. And do people actually buy that? Do, yeah, okay. I think I had one Rockaware shirt in my life, or no, it was like a zipper jacket or something. Deuces or Douce, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a different type of alcohol, I guess. It's a premium cognac brand. Let me make sure y'all can hear everything I'm saying. Let me just log on to my own Chanel's reality. Just to be sure everybody can hear what I'm saying. Hopefully y'all are staying, dry. I'm about to go out here to this. I want to go celebrate a little bit. So even if it's just me, I'm gonna go celebrate. I want to celebrate myself. I've gotten some milestones that I've crossed, and I'm proud of myself. So, and plus, it wasn't hard getting there. I mean, it wasn't easy getting there. So, I want to celebrate. So let me just make sure y'all can hear me. Hold on. There. I mean, it wasn't easy getting there. Yep, so y'all can hear me. Okay, great. Okay, so he has this Deuces or Douce. I'm probably saying it, or is it Deuce? Child, don't get me started. Um, he also has a music catalog that I think him and Dame Dash are in a little bit of a battle about. He apparently owns part of the Brooklyn Nets. Is that a thing? I didn't know there's a basketball team called the Brooklyn Nets. Didn't know that, but I guess I thought it was New Jersey Nets. I don't know. Maybe it's something else. He also has a real estate. I don't know. None of this to me adds up to billions of dollars. I guess maybe he has a portion of Savage Fenty lingerie. Hold on. It says Savage Fenty lingerie. Jay believes in Rihanna beyond the record booth. He signed the where is she from? Bohemian. I'm saying that wrong. Pop star back in 2005. But I thought Savage Fenty was Rihanna's deal. I don't know why. Maybe he invested. Def Jam's 4040 Club and Sports Bar. I wonder, do people go to this bar in the United States or in New York or wherever? And then Ace of Spades. I think he has a brand of liquor called Ace of Spades. But here's the thing too. If you knew about Ace of Spades, you know how people say, just call a spade a spade. That's really rooted in racism. I really wish people would know what the meaning of words are before they say them. But, here we are. So, like I said, guys, I wanted to share this other guy's YouTube. He, to me, is hilarious. I want y'all to go and please follow him or subscribe, like his videos, because he does an amazing job. He really funny, but you about to see. So here he goes. Let me share. Hold on. Let me share.
Was coming up, he said he was a hustler. To be a billionaire, you got to hustle, scale for a lot of people. Kind of like how Marcus stole Facebook, how William Gates, a sociopath, stole a bunch of Apple's ideas. Y'all all know Elon be wildin'. And none other than the Jigga Man, who today we're going to use as an example. Now, this is no shade to Jay-Z. He's just a perfect example because when he was coming up, he said he was a hustler. To be a billionaire, you got to hustle, scam, bamboozle, and a lot of street hustling kind of connects to business. Now, Jay-Z had a problem because remember, I just said to be a billionaire, you got to screw over a lot of people. Some can see that as, this guy's a jerk. But Jay-Z is the face of his business. Like he says, I'm a business, man. If you don't know how your commas work, he's basically saying he's a business. Now, if you are the business, your stocks can go up and down depending on you. Let me put it to you this way. If Elon Musk was this super nice guy who gave to charity all the time and he bought Twitter and it was failing, people will be like, man, that's tough for Elon. And a lot of people will probably help him out. Now, we all know that's not Elon Musk, so people just laugh at him as Twitter crashes and burns and prays for his downfall. Now, let's see how Jay-Z toes this balance perfectly with Tidal. Now, if you don't know, Tidal was this music service that Jay-Z bought a while ago. He said, yo, this is going to be the biggest thing in streaming. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. Now, why Jay-Z started Tidal was actually a pretty good reason. Streaming platforms are not paying artists. So if he makes Tidal, and he promotes Tidal, pays artists a whole bunch of money, people will love Tidal. And he actually did this by giving the most amount of revenue to artists. And he also made this whole grand production where a bunch of famous musicians came on stage signing, we own part of Tidal. Jay-Z gave it to us. Everyone's like, whoa! Jay-Z like, so y'all finna sign up for Tidal? Everyone's like, no. Jay-Z said, but why? They said, because I have Spotify already. But Jay-Z, you a good dude. He underestimated the fact that people were like, yo, Beyonce would be all right if I just go on Spotify. She's a millionaire. Ain't that right, Jay-Z? Jay-Z said, well, now you can only get her album on Tidal. Now what? People were like, I don't really like that. And people just listened to another artist. It wasn't that deep. But at this point, people did not like Jay-Z. He had so much stock with the people that people were just giving him the benefit of the doubt. They're like, oh, he's a businessman. He's just trying to make a business move. It's annoying, but sure. Now, there was a few more album exclusives, but then Kanye West dropped his highly anticipated The Life of Pablo on Tidal exclusively. Now, people weren't tripping that Kanye's album was exclusively on Tidal. I think like 300 million people paid the subscription fee to listen to the album. Then a week later, Kanye drops the album on Apple Music. Everyone who paid the Tidal subscription felt scammed because the album was exclusively supposed to be released on Tidal. In fact, Tidal gets sued and it's starting to look really bad because at this point, people are only buying into this because Jay-Z is a savvy businessman and it's okay. But now it just seems Jay-Z, remember, he's the face of the business, is forcing people to pay to listen to their favorite artists and his business is failing. Maybe he's not that business savvy. So his reputation is taking a slight dip. So Jay-Z goes, oh snap, it's time to jump ship. So he hits up his friend, Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey founded Twitter. He's like, yo, Jack, you want to come on my yacht? Jack goes, me? Of course. Rich people still think famous people are famous. So Jack goes on vacation with Jay-Z. Jack sees Beyonce. He goes, that Beyonce? Jay-Z goes, yup. Hey, you want to buy Tidal? Jack goes, you're failing music service? Jay-Z said, now who said it's failing? Jack said, everybody online. Jay-Z goes, well, you can't believe everything you read. So Jack goes over to his shareholders and tells them, yo, we're buying Tidal. They go, Jay-Z's failing music service? Jack said, now who said it's failing? They said these legal documents that Tidal is obligated to show us, showing that they're failing. Jack said, well, you can't believe everything you read. We buying it for 300 million. They go, what the? They buy it. Jack's the boss. Now, Tidal, of course, fails, but it had people questioning, why did Jack do this? Because even though Jay-Z is Jay-Z, this is ridiculous. The shareholders thought the same thing, so they sued Jack. And here's where it starts to get wicked. There's something I forgot to tell you. A part of the deal where Jack and his company paid $300 million for Tidal was Jay-Z, listen closely, gets on the board of directors for Jack's company. The board and the shareholders were like, what? Jay-Z said, what, Jagga, I'm here now. So people were suspicious, including the judge. Judge was like, yo, so is he just like your friend and you just helped him out? Jack goes, no, I just thought it was a pretty good idea. The judge goes, well, you got the bag and fun with it. Jack goes, I'm sorry? The judge goes, you got the bag and fun with it. Jack goes, okay, I won't fumble the bag next time. My fault, judge. Judge goes, great, you're free to go. The shareholders were like, hey, yo. But in the judge's words, it's not criminal to make a bad business decision. In fact, I think the judge said a terrible business decision. The judge was like, this transaction was done in bad faith, but it didn't break the law. And now it's time for our story break with today's sponsor, Aura. Aura is able to monitor your data across billions of data points to alert you if you're at.
Like I said, y'all, please go and like his channel, like his videos, do all of that, because he's crazy and he's hella funny. Let me see, is this thing over yet? Hold on.
The wildest part is
okay, no, it's not over yet. But no, he's hella funny. I don't even know, what is the name of his channel? Hold on. I think it's like ZD or something. Hold, please. What is the name of his channel? He's so funny to me. Oh. I don't know how you say his name, but it's like XB. Y'all see it down there? It's like, this is his channel's name. So go like his channel, hit all his bells. You know, he's cool people. Like, he makes all of this stuff funny. Okay, so let me go back because he's back on Jay-Z. Oh, please.
He made it out, got $300 million, and I believe this was what pushed him to $1 billion. To try 2 weeks out for free. Now back to our story. So who got screwed here? First things first, Jay-Z made it out, got $300 million, and I believe this was what pushed him to $1 billion. The shareholders screwed because they lost a bunch of money. But Jack is where it gets kind of interesting. People either think Jack got screwed or he was in on this with Jay-Z all along, meaning Jay-Z and Jack screwed over the businessman. You keeping up so far? So basically, Jack pays some of that $300 million to Jay-Z, which he can totally afford. Jack hangs out with Jay-Z, they swap ideas, they become friends, and continue to work together when it comes to making a bunch of money in the future. Win-win for both of them. Shareholders get none of this with Jay-Z, and they just lose money. An NYU business professor called this an expensive tab to hang out with Jay-Z. Now, how does this make Jay-Z the hustler? Well, he basically sold himself instead of Tidal. When he knew the business was failing, he just went into the old hustler's playbook. Just pretend it's not failing and then sell it to a sucker. At first, he tried to sell it by pretending the number of subscribers were bigger than they were. They did actual projections on his numbers, and they're like, bro, you're like 10 times below what you said you're doing. Jay-Z's like, let me see those numbers again. Companies were like, oh no. Jay-Z was like, but I'm Jay-Z though. Again, in comes Jack Dorsey. Jay-Z either hustles Jack or Jay and Jack hustle the shareholders. Anyway, Jay-Z's actually not a stranger to these business tactics, pretending a product is good when it's He's done this with his alcohol company, his other alcohol company, his clothing brand, pretty much a lot of things he has his hand in business for. Now, this isn't a bad thing. In fact, it's basically what a majority of commercials are. It's why companies hire celebrities to like use their stuff, except Jay-Z is both the...
So, by the way, this is why I think this is part of the reason a lot of people on the internet keep saying Jay-Z's next, Jay-Z's next. I think people want him to be found out because of things like this. That's just my opinion. Because, I mean, you got whole Beyoncé who can't sell Adidas. She keeps making brands that don't necessarily sell. I think it's because people love her and her music, but not necessarily her items she's trying to sell them. But that's just me. Back to Jay-Z.
company and the celebrity. Now, let's take things a step further and talk about how Jay-Z first came into the rap game. He actually used this exact same strategy to become famous. Pretending something's amazing, it's actually worth nothing, but getting big companies to buy into it. And that something was his record label, Roc-A-Fella Records. Now, I made this part of the video another day and I'm too lazy to film it over, so here you go. Now, Jay-Z's no stranger to this business strategy. In fact, he did this when he first started coming up as a rapper. As Jay-Z says, he's a hustler from the streets. When he learned that you can hustle legally, he said, oh snap. So he went to record labels and said, yo, I'm about to be the biggest thing. They said, who are you? He said, like I was saying, I'm Jay-Z. I'm about to be, they said, you can go. Jay-Z said, y'all ain't even listened to my album yet. And the funny thing is, Jay-Z had a legendary album on his hands, but nobody was trying to hear it. They said, we good, Jazzy. He said, first of all, my name is Jay-Z. Second of all, y'all gonna see. So Jay-Z had a problem. Nobody was trying to sign him. So Jay-Z does what he knows best, hustles. He gets his two friends, Dame Dash and Biggs Burke, and they create their own independent record label called Roc-A-Fella Records. They didn't have no money really, at least not enough to go on crazy tours or have like a whole album release, but they did have some cash from selling. So what do? They spend it on clothes, jewelry, cars, all that. Now from the outside looking in, it looks financially irresponsible. But they did this for a reason. Remember the strategy, make the business look good and people buy into it. Well, the business in this case is the record label they started. They was walking in the clubs, spending money, all that. People was like, who them? Somebody would slide in, be like, that's Jay-Z and them from Roc-A-Fella Records. They'd be like, who are you? Don't worry about that. Jay-Z, y'all ain't heard of Jay-Z? They'd be like, nah, should I have? Dude would slide out and be like, y'all missing out. They paid the DJ to call their name. That's Jay-Z and them from Roc-A-Fella Records. And they were looking like a big deal. And plus, remember, the album and the music was really good. In reality, they're selling the music out the trunk of their car. So the music starts getting out there. Record labels are like, yo, who is this Jay-Z from Roc-A-Fella Records? Jay-Z. Jay-Z like, huh? They said, you want to sign to our record label? Jay-Z be like, no, I'm already signed to Roc-A-Fella Records. Record labels are like, well, we usually give artists 5% of their own music. What if we give you 10? Record labels are a scam too, one of the legal scams. Jay-Z said 50-50. Record label said 50 what? Jay-Z would be like, okay, fine. They'd be like, wait. Universal eventually signs with a 50-50 deal with Roc-A-Fella Records, which was insane at the time, especially because he only did this by pretending he was bigger than he was. Now, a lot of times in scams, people will pretend they're bigger than they are and the other party will get nothing. Like what Jay-Z did in the whole title thing. Jay-Z got 300 million, Jack Dorsey got sued. But in this case, even though Jay-Z finessed a 50-50 deal, his music was actually really good. So Universal gets a big payout because of it. This gives him a lot of credibility, which later allowed him to snake one of his friends that I told you about earlier, Dame Dash. Now, saying that he snaked him is debatable. Dame Dash was kind of a loose cannon and he was making Jay-Z look really bad, but that's a story for another day. Actually, I touched on that story. I'll probably put the video somewhere up here. Now, at the end of the day, as the business people say, it's just business. I would turn up if I got hustled like this, but I guess that's why I'm not a businessman. It takes a certain mind to be able to screw people over and just be okay with it. For the majority of us, they would probably just wring us dry. And all the judge would probably say is, like the judge said to Jack's shareholders, you got licked. What Jack and Jay-Z did to y'all was certainly in bad faith. But don't hate the player, hate the game. Anyway, let me end this video by saying I appreciate every single one of y'all that be subscribing. If you're not subscribing, then subscribe right now. And keep an eye out for live content on Twitch. I'm gonna make that a place where we can just...
I love it. Love it. That's why I say, please go over to his channel, subscribe, hit that like button. I'm ending it here because I got a place to be. I got things to celebrate, but thank you guys for coming by and taking a listen on Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel. This is my reality. Please hit the like button, hit all my buttons, the subscribe. It's the free and easy way to support my channel. So talk to you guys later. Be safe, stay dry. I don't know where y'all are, but it's like a monsoon turning down over here for some reason when I want to go out and celebrate. Anyway, don't drink too much and don't drink and drive. Talk to you guys later. Bye.